Welcome back to Sawteeth Tactical. Concealed carry is an important part of being a firearms owner. Taking your protection and the safety of your family into your own hands when you're out of your home, right? Well, concealed carry consists of three products, basically. I mean, it can be even bigger than that if you really get into the weeds. But your firearm and holster, but also your belt. Those three things are very important, and it's a system. You might have a great firearm, but with the wrong holster and the wrong belt, it's going to be tough to carry it comfortably. You might have the right holster, but again, with the wrong belt, it's going to sag, it's going to move around on you, it's going to print, you're going to have problems. I have tried a lot of different holsters, different guns, and a lot of different belts. And I keep coming back to the same one. Core Essentials. Core Essentials, I believe, makes the best belts for concealed carry. This one I've had for a couple years, and I still wear it every single day. But Core Essentials reached out to me and sent me a couple of new ones, which I thought was awesome. I get a lot of companies now trying to send me stuff to review on the channel. And it's rare that I actually get a company reaching out to me that has products that I already use and already love and believe in. And so when I wrote the email back to them, I was like, yes, I would love to do a Core Essentials video because I already wear your belt every single day. So what do I love so much about the Core Essentials belts? First, I'm going to talk about the belt that I already own. And look at this. I've owned this and worn it daily for a couple of years now. And it looks brand new. It looks just like the ones they've sent me. Different color, different style, obviously. But it still looks perfect. And I wear this working in a lumber yard, carrying heavy stuff, jumping on and off of forklifts, carrying a gun every day. And I feel very confident with this belt on. What I really love about it are a couple things. For one, you can see how stiff it is. It holds up your holster and your gun very well. But for two, it has this. It's a ratcheting system with the belt buckle to where you can ratchet it just as tight as you want it. And then there's a button on the bottom here. Pull that and you can loosen it very easily. So, like last night when I was out at dinner, or if I get in my car to drive or something, I click this button once or twice, it loosens it up and gives me a little bit extra room around my belly. When I get up and start walking around, I just kind of push it a little tighter, and I can do that through my shirt, under my clothes. Nobody notices, but you can easily have your belt at exactly the right amount of tightness or looseness that you want. At any time, you can adjust it on the fly. You can do it, without anyone noticing. And that is almost the biggest thing. I used to wear belts, regular belts with, holes in them and a regular belt buckle. But you always find yourself between holes, and it's hard to find the exact right size, especially carrying the weight of a firearm. So when I bought my first Core Essentials belt, it was like a godsend. It changed concealed carry for me. And that's literally what a big deal it was. It made concealed carry on a daily basis that much more comfortable, that much more doable, made me more confident because I knew that I wasn't printing because the gun, the holster didn't move around on the belt anymore. It's perfect. But check this out. I want to give you guys some of the details about what Core Essentials does and about the different options that they have available. This is my original Core Essentials belt that I purchased myself with my own money and use every single day. Now, the only issue that I have with this belt is it does look very tactical. It's a nylon black belt, although it has a buckle that looks like a normal belt buckle. But I have found myself in some situations where I wished I had a regular leather dress belt. So Core Essentials sent me a regular leather dress belt, although it's not. It's got the same Core Essentials buckle and the same ratcheting system, and it's stiff like their other gun belts. So, same ratcheting system, but it looks like a regular leather dress belt, but it's solid, it'll hold up your gun, but it'll look totally normal. Now, just to give you guys ideas of other options. So this is the same kind as my original belt, but obviously a different color and a different buckle. So this is going to be my range belt now. This is going to be my range belt. It matches other stuff that I have very well. Same ratcheting system, same stiffness, and they all fit me perfectly. And that is one of the beautiful things about the Core Essentials belts as well. You don't have to order them in any specific size. So here you see two pieces of their belts that are cut off right here. And all you need in order to do that is a good sharp pair of scissors, and then you can mount the buckles to them. Now, these buckles mount up extremely solid. So you see what it looks like from the outside. Well, from the inside, this lever here has a bunch of spikes on the bottom of it, and then there are two sharp screws. So you cut it to the size that you need, and then you shove your belt up in here, lever this thing down onto it, and then you tighten these screws down with the included Allen wrench, and it comes with extra screws just in case you lose some. And this is super solid. I cannot pull it out of here. So you don't have to worry about sizing. Now, with my first one that I bought a while back, Core Essentials says to take your pant size, add 4 inches to it, and cut it there. Well, I did that, and it was too long. I ended up cutting it again and again, and where I have them now is 2 inches over my pant size. I wear a 32. I cut this one at a 34, and it's perfect. I wear it that way every day. So it was really easy with these two new ones that they sent me. I just cut them both at 34 also, and they are perfect. Now, I do recommend following their manufacturer's guidelines. Maybe that just happened perfectly for me at 2 inches over my pant size, but I would go big first, and if it's too big, you can always take more off, but you can't add more once you've already taken some off. So they also have other accessories. You can see here, like this holds on to, the end of your belt that comes through your belt loops. I've got that. I've got it on my black one too that I've always had. And that just keeps this tied in so it doesn't, print through your shirt. I noticed with this leather one, I don't even need that. It works out perfectly. These products are super high quality. I'm extremely impressed with them. They have these things too. I believe this is to where you can stow a magazine on your belt if you want. So I'm going to use this especially for my range belt. Then you can just pull an extra magazine, do quick reloads. That is really nice. They've also got these belt hangers, but I'm going to go up top real quick to show you how these work because they're pretty cool. And again, something that I've been using every day for a couple years now. So these accessories that they have are actually all very, very useful. This one, which at first I thought, what's the point? But really, think about trying to hang your belts in your closet. Well, if you have a wimpy belt that'll just go right over your closet rod, that's one thing, relatively easy. Gun belts are not going to just hang like that so easily because they're pretty stiff. And you need them to be stiff in order to hold up your holster and your firearm. So what do they send you? These. And if you see here, the belt just clips on. And you can hang up to 3 of them on the same one. This goes over your closet rod, hangs and organizes all your belts for you in your closet. Really nice. So now I can have all of my Core Essentials options in one place in my closet, organized, decide which belt I want to wear for whatever occasion I'm in, whatever day it is, whatever clothing I'm wearing, whether it's something where I want to look a little nicer, something where I want something a little more tactical. Am I going to the range? What am I doing? I can just pick the perfect belt hanging from my Core Essentials belt hanger. I know, just a piece of plastic, but it really is a helpful thing. And it's even got this part on it to hang your little belt loop end holders. They just go right on here. And all your stuff is right there ready to go for you. So far, I know this has kind of seemed like a bit of a puff piece maybe. Usually I'm not so positive about, the products that I'm reviewing, depending what they are, obviously. I try to mainly review things that I do like and think are, decent quality. But Core Essentials, like I said, it's something that I already use every day. I already knew that it was a very high quality product and that it worked great for me. And I've tried a lot of other EDC belts. I've tried belts from We the People holsters. I have a Blue Alpha Gear belt. And that leads me to the one issue that I do have with the Core Essentials belts. So, these are my favorite belts, and I use them more than any other one. They are especially good when I'm carrying a holster strong side. It's absolutely perfect for it. The one issue that I have with them is this. If I'm carrying appendix, which I do not all the time, but occasionally, it all depends on what I'm wearing, what I'm doing. But if you're carrying appendix, a holster like this belt buckle in the front is actually pretty big and bulky, as you see. And with a holster there, it just doesn't really work. So there are a couple things that you can do. You can turn it and put your buckle on like your left hip. And then your appendix rig will go on here and it'll work just fine. And I have done that. But I did buy a Blue Alpha Gear, like minimalist belt that doesn't even really have a buckle. And I gotta admit, that does work better for me for appendix carry. The Core Essentials has still been my favorite belt though. And that's the little bit of conundrum I've been in sometimes. I would rather wear this belt, but there are times, appendix carrying, I do use the Blue Alpha Gear belt. Other than that, these core belts are fantastic. I have literally not heard anything negative said about them from anybody. They're, I think, probably known as, one of the most prolific, one of the most highly regarded EDC gun belts that there are, and for very good reason. They're super high quality belts. They're reasonably affordable, and they just plain work. And they look really good. You can get them in so many sizes, options, and colors. Sorry, not so many sizes. You cut them to your size. But options, colors, different buckles, different finishes. You can get leather ones. You can get tactical ones. When Core reached out to me, I wanted to get a couple that were different than the one I've always had. Although I do like that buckle for like a leather one. And that's why I got that buckle with my first one, so that it would look like a normal belt. But then for another tactical one, I felt like I'd just go with something totally different. And I freaking love it. It's nice to have these options now. Thank you, Core Essentials, for sending me these belts for review. As I told you in the email, I already love your products, so this was an easy review to do. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, like it, share it. Let me know down in the comments what belt you run for everyday carry. Whether it's a Core Essentials or not, I just want to hear what you guys have to say. I love interacting with you guys, and I answer every comment. And from Sawtooth Tactical, stay strapped or get clapped.